You're at home, scrolling through your phone like it's any other night. The fan is spinning, the fridge is humming, and the Wi-Fi router is blinking in the corner. Then everything stops. At first, you're not scared. You're just annoyed because blackouts happen. Maybe it's only your house. Maybe it's only your street. Maybe in a few minutes, the lights will blink back on, the fan will start spinning again, and you'll go right back to scrolling. So for a moment, you just wait. Tell yourself it's fine. Maybe by morning, this will just be an annoying story. But morning comes and the power is still gone. The heat is the first thing you notice. Then you remember the food. The fridge is warming, the ice is melting, and the smell inside is already starting to change. So you go outside. In daylight, the street almost looks normal. Almost. But the city is missing its usual signs of life. No traffic lights, no glowing shop signs, no elevators carrying people through office buildings. Just people standing outside with phones raised toward a dead sky. At the first intersection, cars move one at a time, each driver guessing whose turn it is. Someone honks, someone shouts. A motorcycle squeezes between two cars and almost gets hit. A few blocks away, an apartment lobby is crowded. The elevator display is dead, and someone says an elderly woman upstairs cannot make it down the stairs. Then you pass the hospital. A generator growls outside the entrance. Doctors and nurses move quickly through the heat, while families wait with babies, paperwork, and phones that can no longer help them. The generator sounds like a timer. Hospitals can survive a blackout for a while, but generators need fuel. Fuel needs to be transported. Transport depends on working vehicles and fuel pumps, and most pumps need electricity. One failure is already pulling on another. By noon, the grocery store has a line outside. People buy bottled water, bread, canned food, candles, and batteries. Inside, the cashier keeps repeating the same sentence. Cash only, no cards, no online payments. A man tries his card anyway, but the machine does not even turn on. A woman asks if she can transfer the money later. The cashier shakes her head. By the end of the first day, most people still believe help is coming. They conserve their phone batteries, ask neighbors for updates, and listen for sirens, helicopters, announcements, anything. The radio repeats the same calm instructions. Stay indoors if possible. Conserve supplies. Avoid unnecessary travel. But staying calm is easy when you still believe tomorrow will be normal. On the second day, the most frightening news does not come from the radio. It comes from people returning from nearby towns. One man says he drove 2 towns over. The power is out there too. No phone signal. No working ATMs. A woman says her brother arrived from another city with the same story. A delivery driver says the electronic highway signs have been dark for miles. Someone else heard a report from the capital, but the radio signal vanished before the sentence ended. Nobody knows how far the blackout reaches. A province? A country? A continent? The entire world? No one can confirm anything. And when reliable information disappears, imagination takes over. The grocery line now wraps around the building. The water shelves are half empty. The freezer doors remain shut, but the smell beginning to escape tells everyone what is happening inside. At the gas station, cars stretch onto the road. Some people are waiting for fuel. Others are waiting because they heard a rumor that a delivery might be coming. By the third day, panic begins quietly. First, people buy 2 of everything, then 5, then 10. It begins with someone saying, just in case. It grows with every shelf that is not restocked. A grocery freezer leaking across the floor. A mother counting cans in her cart. A father arguing over the last bag of rice. At the hospital, the generator is still running. But now everyone knows the remaining fuel is being rationed. Not for hallway lights, not for comfort, for ventilators, operating rooms, refrigerated medicine. By now, the rumors are louder than the radio. Cyber attack, solar storm, grid collapse, satellite failure, government cover-up. Every theory spreads because no one has enough information to prove or disprove any of them. Then, an older man standing in line says a name you have heard before but never paid much attention to: the Carrington event. In 1859, a massive solar storm struck Earth with enough force to make telegraph systems spark, fail, and even shock some operators. Back then, that was terrifying. But the world did not depend on satellites, GPS, hospitals, digital banking, fuel pumps, and the internet the way it does today. Now, a powerful enough solar storm would not merely make the night sky glow. It could damage the systems holding modern life together. And that is only one possibility. By day 7, uniforms appear everywhere. Police guard the hospital. Military trucks gather near City Hall. Officers stand beside water stations. Barricades surround fuel depots. Announcements tell people to stay calm, line up, wait their turn, and take only what they need. But the meaning of need has changed. It used to mean comfort. Now it means survival. People begin guarding their homes. They push chairs against doors. Neighbors take turns staying awake. Medicine is hidden inside kitchen cabinets. At night, the road outside your house is completely black. And without working cameras, alarms, or reliable communication, some people begin testing what they can get away with. By the second week, people stop saying when the power comes back. Now they say, if. A school becomes a shelter. A church becomes a food distribution point. A basketball court becomes a shared kitchen. Someone brings a battery-powered radio. Someone knows how to collect rainwater. Someone knows first aid. Someone has tools. Someone has medicine. Someone remembers which roads are still safe. Your world shrinks from countries and cities to one street, one radio, one bucket of water, and the neighbor who knows how to repair a pump. After 1 month, the old world already feels far away. You remember opening the fridge without thinking, paying with your phone, taking elevators, ordering food, letting GPS tell you where to go, charging your phone beside your bed. Now, every morning begins with different questions. How much water do we have? Who heard something on the radio? Who still has fuel? Who can we trust? People begin leaving crowded cities if they can. Some walk, some ride bicycles, some head toward farms, rivers, or any place rumored to have food and water. After 3 months, the world begins dividing into 2 kinds of places: powered islands and dead zones. Powered islands are the places people whisper about. A military base running on generators. A dam supplying electricity to a small local grid. A hospital protected by armed guards. A government building with radio contact. A factory operating on solar power and batteries. A small town that somehow rebuilt part of its electrical system. Places where lights still turn on, where medicine stays cold, where radios can broadcast, where food can be stored safely. Places everyone wants to reach. Then there are the dead zones. People survive with candles, fire, hand tools, collected rainwater, bicycles, old maps, and whatever they can trade. The skills people once ignored become the skills that keep them alive. How to grow food, how to purify water, how to repair a roof, how to recognize when someone cannot be trusted. After 1 year, civilization is still here, but it no longer looks the way it used to. International trade is crippled. Fully functioning hospitals are rare. Airports are silent. Many highways are cracked, blocked, or controlled by whoever holds the surrounding territory. Some cities are half empty. Some are heavily guarded. Others have been abandoned, one neighborhood at a time. Children begin growing up in the after. They hear stories about the before. Schools change too. They still teach reading, writing, and math, but they also teach water purification, first aid, farming, repair, radio communication, cooking without electricity, how to store seeds, how to preserve food, how to recognize illness early, how to survive winter, how to survive conflict. Because education is no longer only about getting ahead. It is about keeping a community alive. Eventually, the world begins to rebuild, but it does not rebuild equally. Years later, the world is no longer one connected system. It is a patchwork. Powered zones, farming towns, river communities, military corridors, dead cities, radio networks, trade routes, protected hospitals, forgotten suburbs. At first, people feared the darkness, but over time, they begin fearing something else. Not the places where the lights stayed off, the places where the lights came back on. Because by then, everyone understands. Whoever has power has water. Whoever has power has medicine. Whoever has power has communication. And whoever has power has control.